I got a strange going on out here. Something just killed my dog.
Something killed your dog?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Dano. You guys, I got a great guest on for you guys this episode. I've got Sidney, and she's from Indiana. And what's really peculiar about her encounters that they actually started when she was around 9 years old. And it wasn't like she was seeing it peeking itself up. She was hearing things hit her house. She was hearing noises. Found some deer bones in her driveway a couple of times. Uh, when she, once in a while she'd see shadows moving amongst the trees in the woods by her house, and she even believed she saw one peek around. But you guys, she's also provided me with some pictures of what she has seen. So before we bring her on, I want to say, you guys, thank you so much for just supporting the show, coming in, checking things out. If you guys have had an encounter and you'd like to come on the show, don't hesitate to shoot me an email at the Cryptid Podcast 72 at gmail.com. Again, that's the Cryptid Podcast 72 at gmail.com. Well, enough of that. Let's bring our guest on. Let's bring Sidney on. Sidney,
Hi.
how are you doing?
Good.
You know what? Thank you so much for reaching out, and tell your friends that introduced you to the show. Tell them I said thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. So let me ask you this question. Before, when you were 9, you were having things happen in and around your house. But before that time, what was the term Bigfoot or Sasquatch? Was that a known name or a known, phrase to you? Was it something that you knew about at that young of an age?
Yeah, because my uncle used to tell me stories because he was full Cherokee and he would tell me stories about them like way, way back then when he was little. He's seen them too. So it's like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you're hearing it firsthand secondhand from a family member, but hearing their encounters, which is pretty interesting. So were you kind of scared at at maybe there's something here,
yeah.
or so did you believe him at first, or do you think, oh, he's just telling me stories?
Oh, I believed him.
Okay. And then, so when things like you said earlier, you and I were talking, you said around 9 years old, things were
Mhm.
taken off. But before you get into that, let's start your story with
Mhm.
those encounters, okay?
Okay, so we moved in here when I was 9, and I was, yeah, 9, and it was, I forget when, but as I got older, things started like picking up. Like I would hear screaming, I would hear wood knocks, I would hear banging, I would see like glowing like eyes that would come from like different places around the property. And when I was 10 or well, yeah, and then 2015 it started picking up. I have a picture of a footprint, and then I have a picture of like a face type thing. Yeah, there's a footprint, guys. That was about 8 inches long, and the thing was, I didn't see the thing, but I felt it. So yeah. And then I have a picture of the thing in the cornfield, which I thought was gonna kill me because it told me if I moved I would be dead. Yeah. And then I have another one where I was 17 of the um thing outside that it's the blue thing. Yeah, that thing. Then I went walking, and then I seen the other thing behind our house that's in the weeds. Yeah, that thing. And then as I got older, things started happening. I would find deer bones in the yard, or things would be missing, like from our pool area, and then we would find them like 3 weeks later. I heard a Bigfoot scream really close to the house, maybe 5 feet away, and I ran back inside because I was scared. I seen other things too, but Bigfoot's real. I seen him, and I have other stories that I tell people about because my grandma believes me. My dad seen stuff, so yeah. Um, I seen one when I was 20. It was 8 foot tall, brownish hair, brownish eyes, and it walked away. And then I heard a baby cry. I found some like weird nesting spots behind my house, but that's it, Dan. But yeah.
All right. So that was quick, and I could tell you're nervous. That's okay. You know what? You're not the first person that wanted to hurry and get it all out. So luckily, I'm writing down some questions. I have some questions already written out for you. So we're gonna kind of go back to each one of these pictures, okay?
Okay.
And we'll talk about exactly like what you were doing um when you first noticed this. Because what I want you to do is I want you to kind of paint that picture for myself and
Hmm.
for the listeners as what you were doing, what made you look over to that area, and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's start with the blue picture. I like to say.
Okay. It was a trial delay, and what at my home, and I thought I saw something like in the weeds because I had like a really bad feeling, and that thing was standing right there. When I came back home, it was gone. From when I came back home from school, it was gone.
So now, was this before you went to school?
Yeah.
Okay, so I assume you were leaving the house to walk to the bus stop
Yes.
or to the car,
Mhm.
and when you saw it, you took your picture. Now, what gave you the feeling that something was over there?
I always get like a feeling when I'm being watched, like I can feel it, like when like something's like watching me, you get that like
Mhm.
scary, weird feeling. That's what I
Yeah.
had that day.
And who was taking you to school?
My mom.
Your mom, and did you tell your mom?
I told my mom.
And what did she say?
She said it looks like a monkey.
Oh, so your mom, did she see it as well, or she looked at your picture?
She looked at my pictures.
Okay. Okay. And again, this was I can't imagine you had the greatest camera on your phone back in the day. We really didn't. Nowadays you could be surprised at what you can do with your phones nowadays.
Yeah.
Now I definitely see something there. Oh, it looks like we lost her for a second, you guys. Um, Okay, so when your mom said it looked like a monkey, and you know, what was your feeling during that day at school? Did you tell anybody what you saw, or just kind of keep it yourself?
I kept a lot of things to myself when I was in high school, so
Okay, and like you said, when you came back home, that thing, that figure that we see. Now, again, you know as well as I do, it's not super clear,
yeah.
but it's something that was there when you left in the morning, and when you came home, it was not there.
Yeah. My dad said it looks like a Bigfoot, like standing there, and it looks like it has like a monkey's face, but like a human.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about this one, the thing in the weeds. So again, you sent me this one and I saw it immediately because I circled that. That's
Mhm.
me circling that. That you didn't send it to me with any type of, hey,
Mm-mm.
this is what you need to look at. I noticed it immediately. So tell me what the circumstances was with this picture. So what were you doing? When was it taken?
So I go down to the pond a lot, walking, just to get like exercise and like to see if anything weird's been going on. And I didn't see the thing. I took a picture of it and I didn't know it was there. I think it was like 12 p.m. in the afternoon. It was like October, September, but I didn't see the thing until I looked back through my photos.
Okay. Now, how close is this area to the first photo that you took, the blue
Um,
photo?
Maybe like 6 feet away.
So it's relatively in the same area.
Yeah, it's the
So
same.
So the road that we see kind of in the lower right-hand corner here is the same road that we're kinda seeing at the bottom of this one.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, okay, so that here's a close-up of it. And
there's that.
again
And you can
yeah,
see looks like ears too, like pointy ears.
yeah. Well, I mean, some people will see something other than what I see, and again, people will say, "Oh, well, that's pareidoia." Okay, that's fine, but something pulled you to look over and to take a picture.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know if did you have a feeling? Did you hear something? Did you smell something?
Oh, I smell like rot. Like, you know how people say that Bigfoot has that smell?
Uh-huh.
That's what I smell. And I looked around and I didn't see it, but it looked like it was like kind of like crouching down. And then when I turned back picture,
Mhm.
and then it stood up. Well, I don't know what it was doing, but yeah.
So, but did you see it stand up, or you just took the picture, walked, came back, went into your house, and just started looking through your pictures, and there it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Believe it or not, a lot of people catch things that way. They don't necessarily they sense something, they smell something, and then they start snapping pictures. I mean, that's how a buddy of mine, let's see if I have it in here. I don't know if you've heard Harley Owens. Harley Owens caught this picture. He heard something, him and his one of his in I think it was his brother-in-law, heard something behind, turned around and took 3 pictures, went home and found this on his camera.
Oh my gosh, you can actually see it. It's brown and everything.
Yep, yep. That's what he caught.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
And all he heard is he heard something. He didn't see it, he heard it, and when he went back and he looked, he pulled that off of his camera, which was amazing. So, let's get into this footprint. So, this is a small foot you said it was about 8 inches long?
8 inches. That's how big it measured to me because I
So,
forgot it
lo
measured.
like length or width?
Uh, width.
So from the feet or, like, from across the toes, you said it was 8 inches that way. And about how long was it?
Maybe 10. I don't remember.
Okay, how old were you when you took this picture?
That's when I was 15.
Okay, so you were pretty young. Okay, not a problem. And where did you find that print?
Pond.
Down by your pond?
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever seen, prints down there before or what looked like something maybe walked through or
A lot.
a lot of things?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And let's
It
talk about no, go ahead.
it rained the night before, and I seen like a UFO type of thing, like in the sky, because my uncle saw it from his house, because my uncle lived down the road from us at the time,
Mhm.
and said it was like an orange, and I seen like the orange orb type of thing the night before the footprint showed up.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Because a lot of people will say, "I saw lights or something," either before, after, or sometimes even during, when they see a sighting or they find something, they'll say, "Well, I did see some strange lights." So, now let's talk about the cornfield. So what exactly was going on when this happened?
I was sitting outside with my grandma, and I looked over and I seen this like thing. I was like, "What is that thing?" And I took a picture of it, and I had to stop because I was froze. Like I couldn't speak, I couldn't scream or anything.
Okay, and what drew your attention to the cornfield?
I had like a weird feeling like something was like there, and that thing was there.
Okay. What happened the night before?
We had a really bad thunderstorm, and the power went out. Like for like 2 days straight, the power was out, and I wanted to go outside to get like some like fresh air.
Mhm. Okay. And so, you said that your dad how tall is your dad?
He's 6'5".
Okay. And you said your dad walked out into that field
Mm-mm.
and you couldn't see him where this thing is standing.
Mm-mm.
Wow. Okay. And it's really weird because from what I'm looking at here, if you look to the left-hand side of that figure, it looks like that's a forehead. near the
Yeah,
top of it, and it's kind of like looking down. So do you think that this thing knew you were there? Because to me, it looks like it's kind of it may have walked in and not know that you and your grandmother were out there. Like at first, it didn't know you guys were there.
I think it was watching us because when I went back outside, the air smelled the air smelled really bad, and we went out to the cornfield to see where it was standing at, and like half of the corn was like laid down, and it smelled like human pee, like human
Really?
odor.
Okay. I I don't know what I would do, honestly. I mean, to me, yeah,
People said, "Oh, that looks like I can't, I'm not gonna say the word," but they said it was a SK word. I was like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, that looks like a SK word."
I mean, skinwalker.
Yeah,
I'll say the word. I'm not scared to.
me
I
either.
don't. I don't think that looks like a skinwalker.
No, it looks
No,
more dog
it
man.
it does. It looks like honestly. I mean, we'll take another look at it here. I mean, from what the way I'm looking at it, the figure does not appear to be looking at you in this picture. It looks like it's looking kind of down because I kind of see like the brow, like the
Mhm,
forehead. And if you go kind of back, it looks like it has like a receding hairline. It looks like there's a tuft of hair up there. And then you kind of see where the brow ridge comes down, and then you kind of see like
mhm.
a small little bridge of a nose before it comes down to its mouth and chin area. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So now you threw some things out. Okay, you threw some things out. Like you said, you had seen some glowing eyes. I have a question about that. So when you saw the glowing eyes coming from the tree line when you were little, was it because you had a flashlight or it was completely dark and you look out there and you see glowing eyes looking at you?
It was completely dark out, and I went outside because I was supposed to go swimming that night, but it was cold, and I seen like red, like glowing, like red eyes, and I was like, "Oh crap!"
Okay. Can you do me a favor and I don't want to know what city in Indiana you live in. What county do you live in?
Kosciuszko,
How do you spell that?
K-O. I don't know how to spell it. It's a long word.
Kosciuszko?
Hmm.
Okay, I think I got it. Kosciuszko. Okay, I'll find it. I'm gonna do some research on there because I don't wanna say this. I don't want you to freak out. Some people may think this is a dog man.
I kind of figured.
Some people may think this is a dog man. Okay. Now, you're saying red eyes. I've heard them say that dogmen have been seen with red eyes. They've been seen with yellow eyes.
Mm.
Bigfoot has been seen with red eyes or like an amberish color eyes. Um, you said when you were 20, you saw what you believe to be an 8-foot tall Sasquatch, Bigfoot.
Mm.
Let's get some details. Like one, where were you at?
The pond.
The pond is your place.
Yep, it is.
Okay.
It has like a I don't people say that there's a portal down there for them to like to come through and like the dogmen to come in and out of. So maybe that's why my land is so active.
So you have a lot of activity on your land.
Yep. It doesn't matter if I'm home. It does matter if I'm home because sometimes so a few years back, I was home alone and I literally saw a Bigfoot going across the weeds behind our house. And it was like maybe 7 foot tall. It looked like a baby Sasquatch with like its mother. And that thing was running. It was chasing deer.
Okay, keep going with this. I wanna hear about this 8-foot tall one down by the pond. What did you see?
So it was about 5 p.m. and I had a weird feeling that I went fishing and on like the island so our pond has two separate islands. There's one on the north and one on the south, I mean the east. And I saw this thing walking out, and I literally froze. I had to sit down because I was in shock and I couldn't move. And that thing was 8 foot tall. It had long arms, hairy arms, and it looked like it was about to like kill me. But it had brown eyes, brown hair, and the feet were pretty huge.
About how far away from you was this thing when it walked out? And what did it walk out of? Did it walk out of, like, some weeds? Did it walk out of cattails? What did it walk, and was it walking into the pond, towards the pond, or away from the pond?
It was walking out from the woods that we used to have behind the pond. Well, people tore the woods down
Mhm.
to do like and stuff. And I seen it, and it looked at me, and I looked at it, and it ran.
Okay. So, 1, I don't think it wanted to kill you. 2, I don't think it knew you were there. And the reason it looked at you and ran away is because like, "Uh-oh, I just got someone just saw me." I think that's
Mhm,
what it was doing. So I think you kinda shocked it more than than what it had planned. So,
mhm.
um, and a lot of the encounters that I've heard where people have had, regarding either surprising a Bigfoot, being somewhere where you normally go and they normally go, it's just you guys are meeting at the right time.
Mhm.
Um, they're non-aggressive. It's a more passive, interaction, just like that one was.
Yeah,
You were there.
they're more they want to know what people are, and like, yeah.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about the one that you said you saw, an adult one and then a juvenile one, where it was running. Was it running after a deer? Did you see deer run by first and then it was chasing it, or what gave
Es-
you the impression that it was chasing deer?
Um, because I found deer bones before in my driveway and down by the pond, and I people told me that they like to eat deer because it's healthy. I'm like, okay, and then I forget when I saw it, but yeah, it was chasing deer.
So you physically saw it chasing a deer.
Yeah.
Okay. That Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Mhm.
A lot of people, some people have seen him chasing deer, things like that. Um, yeah, that's oh, I forgot this one here. You mentioned you heard a baby crying.
Yeah.
About what time of day was that and where did it come from?
I don't know where it came from. I heard it all around me, so I thought it maybe was coming from like the ditch area because we have a ditch behind our house, and sometimes I hear things like see things down there too, and it was like it sounded like a baby cry, but it was like a like a I gotta do it. It's like a like it sounded like a baby was like trying to like it was screaming, but I don't remember.
So it definitely sounded like something small, not like the big. So it didn't sound something like this. It didn't sound like, well, let's bring these up here. It did it didn't sound something like this. It didn't sound like that.
No.
More like high pitched, younger.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna play a few sounds for you, okay? And be honest
Mhm.
with me, if you've heard it, let me know. If you haven't heard it, no big deal. Okay.
Okay.
So again, we just heard that one. Let's play this one.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard when.
So you've heard that when you
Yeah,
were younger coming from
the
the tree
woods.
line. Okay. What about something like this? You've heard that?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's play this. You've heard that? Okay. Let's try this. Here's a more clear. Oh, we'll do one more here.
I heard that too. And my dad heard.
Your dad did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you said your phone's dying, so I don't want this to all of a sudden cut out. So, you know what? I had fun. I really did, and I appreciate you coming on. And, I'll send you a message when this is going to air.
Okay.
And also, you said you're interested in kind of doing something like this.
Hmm.
Maybe not necessarily on this subject, but something else. I'll kind of throw some hints your way. So,
Tell you more stories eventually soon.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I hope you have a wonderful day
You,
and have a happy holiday.
you too.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Yep.
Bye-bye. You guys, that was Sidney. Now, some people will say, oh, that's far-fetched. She's just talking to talk. You guys, you got to understand, a lot of times kids, when they're younger, they're so more open to hearing things out in the woods, see things that are out in the woods than adults are. A lot of times these creatures are not going to show themselves to an adult as easy as they would show themselves to a kid. So, sounds like there's a lot of activity in and around her property. So, hopefully I'll hear from her again and maybe we can do a part 2 and see what she has. But again, you guys take a look at the pictures again, freeze frame, whatever, and kind of tell me what you think you see in each one of them as well. Again, you guys be kind. These people have a hard time, as you saw. She rushed through it to tell, I saw this, I saw this. She's nervous. And this is the first time she's opened up and told anybody, probably outside of family. So let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Again, I can't thank her enough for coming on because it's people like her and people like you who listen to the channel, people who have come on my show that still listen to the channel that make it possible. So again, thank you so much for everything you guys do. Thank you for all the support. Again, you guys, if you've had an encounter and you'd like to come on the show, shoot me an email at the Cryptid Podcast 72@gmail.com. If you guys like coffee, go check out my buddy Aaron at Owl Eye Coffee Roasters. He's in Cadillac, Michigan. Small business. Hey, it's Small Business Saturday, you guys. If you want to check out their website, it's www.owl. That's OWLIEYE. So it's owleyecoffee.com. OWLEYE coffee.com. Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you guys for all the likes, all that type of stuff. I truly appreciate you. I love coming on here and talking to you guys. I will be going. See, when is this going to be showing? We're going to be looking at the 11th. So yeah, stay tuned for more coming from the Cryptid Podcast. As my buddy Josh always says, you guys, thank you so much for supporting channels like ours. Stay prayed up. And as I always like to say, you guys, every legend begins with a sighting. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. See you on the next show.
I got a strange going on out here. Something just killed my dog.
Something killed your dog?